Last year, in the week when nobody quite knows when Beethoven's birthday is, I spoke to Michael Seal about being CBSO violinist turned conductor and the programme of this week's digital concert. Hello Mike.
Hello Amy.
Welcome back, lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
So, many of our audience know you right from the time that you were a second violin in the CBSO, but for those who don't know, could you tell us a bit about your journey from second violin to conductor?
I studied conducting briefly at music college for a year and then really didn't do anything about it. Joined the CBSO when I was 21.
Cool.
Yeah, all those years ago. And then we kept doing some amateur sort of conducting, Symphony of Birmingham, Birmingham Philharmonic. And then we had a conducting day here in 1999 where 4 of us got a chance to conduct the orchestra for an hour, which was the most nervous I've ever been as a human being.
I can
as
imagine.
you can imagine, conducting your colleagues for the first time. And then 2 of us got a chance to conduct again, and then the other person didn't want to do it, and I don't think, and I carried on. And then in 2005 I stood in for Zachary for a world premiere, and the next day I was asked to be assistant conductor, while still being in the orchestra.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And how long was the overlap in the
9
orchestra?
years. So I was assistant for 2 or 3 years, I can't quite remember, and then became associate conductor, and then I retired from playing the violin in 2014, so it was 05 to 14.
Amazing. And do you still play the violin?
No.
Never. Do you
No.
miss it?
No.
No.
No, there's a violin on my desk at home, and occasionally a string goes snap, and I put a new one on. I never play it, it's just gathering dust.
So your strings are still going snap even though you're not playing the violin?
Absolutely, yeah. They used to go snap regularly when I was playing it,
yeah.
but now they do it, yeah. Just being in my presence seemed to make strings go snap.
What has gone into today's programming? How do you program a concert like this?
Well, it's quite close to when Beethoven was born 250 years ago. Nobody knows exactly the date, but it's within a week.
Yeah.
I think Beethoven 7 was a piece, I think I've conducted more away concerts than home concerts. I think I've done it once here with the orchestra.
Really?
And so we decided to do that. And then Stephen said, if you could try and involve as many people as possible in the other 2 pieces. And so and mentioned harp in particular, and so I got thinking, what pieces have harp? What sort of concertos, but involving as many people as possible.
Yeah.
And came up with the idea of the Ravel Sagan, because he's got a very big harp solo. The first thing the orchestra does is a big harp solo. And then that got me thinking, well, Wagner called Beethoven 7 the apotheosis of the dance. The Ravel Sagan has sort of gypsy dances and melodies in it. Maybe I need to find something folky, folk dancey to start, and then this idea popped into my head about the overture, Rob Roy, which I'd never conducted, always wanted to conduct, because Berlioz's overtures are the best ever. And it worked, and it fitted, and it also involved the trombones, which was another bonus to get more people in the room. So we've got a sort of a folky, dancey element for the first 2 pieces, going into the apotheosis of the dance.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I guess that leads into my next question, which is a tricky question. You said Berlioz are great overtures. What is your favourite composer or style of music to conduct? Or do you have a favourite?
I don't really have a favourite. I have favourite composers. Berlioz is definitely one of them. Berlioz, Shostakovich, Britten. I mean, I'm sort of more of a romantic 20th century composer sort of conductor, but it doesn't mean that I don't love the classical repertoire as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if I had my way, most concerts would start with the Berlioz overture.
I think you'd run out fairly quickly.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
Just keep repeating them.
Just do a couple here and then I go off on my travels, and I was back to Roman Carnival or Corsair, or I've conducted nearly all of them now.
Fantastic. So what's left?
Benvenuto Cellini I've never done.
Just that one?
Yeah, I
wow.
think I've done all of the others.
So we'll see that on the CBSO programme next year, maybe?
No. The problem is with some of them is that he often writes for 2 cornets, 2 trumpets, so unless you've got 4 trumpets in the programme, then that's tricky.
Yeah.
Some of them have 2 tubas, some of them have 5 percussion, and so you really have to work out when and where you can get them in.
Yeah, like a jigsaw, fitting them in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Brilliant. So, digital concerts.
Yes.
How do you approach a digital concert? Do you feel the same? And because I mean, obviously you haven't done the concert yet. This is the rehearsal day.
Yes.
But what are you looking forward to about it, and what's different for you?
I think the most important thing in this particular concert, rather than a global thought, this particular concert is Beethoven 7 is one of the most exciting symphonies in the entire repertoire, / one of the most tiring for a string player in particular to play.
Yeah.
And therefore we have to be very careful about how we film it and how we do it so that the audience gets a feeling that this is a concert and we've still got some petrol in the tank for the finale. If we do it like you might do another concert and say let's film the first movement and then do patches, film the second movement and then do patches, we'd get to the last movement and we'd be running on empty, and I don't want the audience to see that. I want the audience to see the orchestra absolutely full of beans, which is hard enough anyway because of the nature of the music, but you just got to be very careful about it.
But it's so fun, isn't it? You always have that sort of super burst of energy for that last movement.
Absolutely, save something for the last two movements.
Yeah, the last page especially.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Well, thanks so much for talking to us, Mike.
A real pleasure.
Enjoy the concert, and you enjoyed the concert at home as well.
Do enjoy the concert at home as much as we will, because we will be enjoying it very much.
Absolutely.